so we don't waste that fabric. And this you could use later for some more tassels and stuff. Should be kind of cool. All right, so I'm going to take my pin out. I've got two separate things, and now we're ready to sew. So all you do is you're going to put it back together just like that, right sides together always. And you're going to sew the curved edge. So I'm going to put it under my machine. Let's move it over here. And I'm going to use about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, which on most machines is just like right at the edge of your presser foot. So girls, when we're doing this, just like when I tell you when we make clothes, we've got to make our seams straight and nice. Otherwise, it's not going to fit you and it's not going to work. So all you've got to do really is just let your presser foot follow the edge of that fabric. So just right along the edge. Just zoom, 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 zoom. When you get comfortable, you can go nice and fast, keeping it right on that edge. And then I'm done. So I'll take it out. Boop. And it will look like this. And we'll do the same thing with the flannel, okay? So you'll have two pieces that look like this. It makes that nice curve that's going to go over your face. So I've already got two together, and what I've done is I've put them together, right sides together, to sew around the edge. But the deal is you want to eliminate bulk, because when you sew, as you guys know that come to class, when you sew over thick stuff, it's a pain in the butt. You don't want to do that. So how I try to do that is I take my seam here and see how I folded one that way and one the opposite way, and then when I clip it or pin it, when I sew over that, it's not going to be as bulky as if I had done this, like put them both together. And so we're going to do that here, match up that seam, do that, and then I'm going to do the same thing down there, okay? So we just flip them, so we're going opposite ways, match it up as best as you can. All right? Hey, Brooke. Hey, Dee. Anyway, and now we're going to sew. So just like we did before, 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to put it under here, line it up with the edge of my presser foot, and sew all the way around the edge. So I'm going to do that pretty quick, keeping those seams kind of opposite each other. And guys, I want to always say, this is how I do stuff. There's a million ways to do this. If you have a better way, please do it. And let me know what it is, because I don't know everything, that's for sure. All right, when I get to my corner, I like to put my needle down, press foot up, and turn. So I make a nice straight edge. And then I'm just going to keep going. Now this is probably the trickiest part, doing this point. I'm just going to go all the way up. Put my needle down again. Turn to go back down. And then I'm going to stop at this corner. So what I did is I left one edge open, okay? So now we're going to flip it right side out. But before I do that, because I just don't like all that bulk sometimes, and I like to have my corners really straight, is I'm just going to clip my corners. So these two here, where I sewed, I'm just going to do this, cut a triangle off. Don't cut your stitches. Kind of right here at this little part, I'm just going to trim just a little bit. I don't know if that helps anything, but it makes me feel better anyway. And then I don't have to worry about that side so much because we're going to flip it later. All right, then I'll flip it and poke out my corners. So I usually just take some scissors, stick it inside, and then poke till my corner comes out as good as it's gonna get. Okay, and then you can iron it at this point. I know some people will do that. I'm a little bit of a lazy sewer, so I'm probably not gonna do that on just this, but just kind of smooth it out with my hands, and we're almost done. So we're gonna make see how I'm kind of inching it up so it's just as smooth as possible. And now I'm gonna top stitch. Now this is the part that's going to make it look really nice and neat is the top stitch all along. Okay, so before I do that, I forgot this. So I have this opening. So I'm just going to take and go down, like push this raw edge down. We don't want those raw edges because you're going to be able to wash these and you don't want it to fray. Just about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to clip it so when I'm top stitching along, it'll sew that up and you'll never even know it was there. So I have a lot of people ask about these clips. I just order them off Amazon. They come like a couple hundred to a pack. I think they're less than $10. They're the best things ever. Okay, so top stitching, see, is the best. See how it's right on the edge there? That's your goal. You don't want it to go too far in. You don't want it to go off. You just keep it as close to the edge. And if it's straight and the same width all the way around, this will look very professional and very good. I would use matching thread. Obviously, I didn't here because I wanted you to see the stitching. So I'll just do a little bit of this to show you what that looks like. You just put it right under. Instead of doing that 1/4 inch, I'm going to line my needle up so it's just as close to the edge as possible without poking down in there. So I'm just going to go right there, and that's it. So it's basically like sewing it all around again, except you're really going to make sure that it's straight and looking good. Something I have found that sometimes the girls have trouble with, or the kids, I don't always teach girls, I don't know why I always say girls, is like when it's bulky like this in the corner, it's hard to get it started. So if you have trouble with that, I would recommend starting in just a little bit, and then when you circle back around, you can catch that little spot that you missed. And then you won't get sucked down in the machine. So see, I'm just keeping the fabric straight, I'm going all around. Okay, I'm going to stop here because y'all don't want to just watch me sew. That's boring. And show you the next step. So what you would do is go all the way around, and then we have 2 steps left and we're done. So I'm going to take the edges here and I'm going to fold them back almost 1/2 inch. You just need to have enough room to put whatever kind of elastic you're going to use. So I'm not going to the store or anything, so I'm using our scrunchy elastic, which is like this. So I need to make sure that it can fit into the channel we're going to make. So we're going just like that. Pin it, clip it if you want, and then you're going to sew right there to hold that pocket down right on the edge. So like I was saying, if it's bulky here, start in a little bit. You can do your few stitches, back stitch this. You don't want that to come apart. Stay right on the edge, go, go, go. Back stitch again at the other corner, and then you're done. So you see you've got like a little pocket there. So the last step is to put in the elastic. So this one's all done. So I'll show you how to put the elastic in. We don't need our machine anymore. We've clipped all of our threads. I know before we had to go on this break, we were talking about craftsmanship, and that's one of the best things you could do to make your projects look really neat is to clip your threads and sew straight, but and match your thread. Okay, so to put our elastic in, I'm going to put a safety pin in the end. I cut it about 30 inches. I've seen some where you can put it where you just make a loop on each side to go around your ears, but that hurts my ears. I didn't like that, so I decided to make it go all the way around my head. So it takes kind of a bit of elastic, and you just stick it, your thing, into the channel, pull it. Obviously this one's for Shepherd, so we'd probably make it smaller, but I doubt Shepherd's gonna actually put this on his head. But if he did for just a second to take a picture, it would be funny. All right, so you put it through. Then I'm going to circle around and go back. So I went out this side. I'm going to go back in the same side that I came down from to go back up. You're making like a big circle. Did you get it? In just a second, I'm going to show y'all what Shepherd's doing. don't judge, but we've got them going good today. All right, so you've made your big circle. It's like a big loop. I'm going to put my two ends together, take my safety pin out, and I'm just going to tie it in a knot. That's way easier than trying to sew this together. And it will stay, I promise. It is really hard to take it out. All right, so you just tie it like that, and then you're done. You'll put it around your little face. You think you could make Shepherd put it on, Hazel? I doubt it. But where's the other one? So it's just like that. So you just go here. Yeah, you model it.
Yarn. I look really bad.
No, it's cute. There's Hazel. She's gonna put it on. She made one the other day. She was like all said, "I'm making that thing." I don't know that she's worn it a whole lot, but it looks cute.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see? There it is, just like that. So pretty cool. All right. So the kits, I've got all the kits made. Anybody in Noonan that wants to pick one up, or if you're in the neighborhood, Hazel needs some driving practice so we could drop them off. I've got a kit
Shepherd,
to make.
What is that?
There's enough stuff to make 2 masks.
What is that?
It's probably one of those poofs. And then I've got a kit to make the tassel and the shrinky dink and the pom-pom. And then tomorrow I'm going to show you guys how to make this yarn wrapped rainbow. So I've also got a kit for that. And tomorrow I'm going to show you some other thing that Hazel and I are going to try to do that's not sewing related at all, or crafting related. So I guess that's about it. If you want a kit and you're in Noonan, let me know. They're $5 a piece or $15 for all 4. Bring some kids to Texas. I think I'll try, if Hazel will help me, my tech guru, to post the pattern for the face mask because it's so easy. It takes, I mean, just a few squares of fabric. Like, it was so simple. Maybe we can make the link to that. You think?
Maybe. That'll be... I probably need to, like, do some sort of Photoshop thing. I don't know.
All right, she's going to figure it out. She's good like that. Okay, I've got to show you what Shepherd's doing.
This is the only way we can entertain him.
Okay, how do you flip it around?
Just do this.
No, look. You flip that. Okay.
Yeah.
Look. So there's Shepherd. We taped all the coins to the wall, and he's had a snack, and he's played with the pom-poms. We taped all his toys, and he's taken them off. So that's that. He did good today. Hey, Shepherd. You gonna say hello? Hi? Hi. And that's our day in quarantine. All right, bye. Guys, y'all are amazing. And I hope everybody's doing well. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Murmur.